afternoon.
This, indeed. Afternoon. Not that you'd know it.
No. Almost 2 weeks ago, we were at the third biggest lake
Oh yes, we were with
in
this.
continental Europe. We went out.
This looks like the ocean. You can't see the ship from behind. This side is actually rice.
Technically, this is the beach we're living now.
Yes.
What's this lake called?
Lake Ladoga.
Lake Ladoga. This is the largest in continental Europe.
Yes.
It has a beach, which is nice. It has a lighthouse, which is there. We are walking over ice on the beach. Isn't that something? And we can't get up to the lighthouse, which is unfortunate. There's a lighthouse there. Right. But it looks like we're sort of at the end of the... It's a very nice beach. Loads of stuff to do. Little diggers and looks like they have big chest sets and rent out little... What's it called them? Marquees? Huts. Huts. Trying to be posh. What am I thinking? Gizmo? Oh, whatever. So it looks like we are coming to the end of it, but there is something down here, I think, this is going to be a really clever, like, and that thing is, but it's fenced off, this thing is part of a museum. But, so there's artillery on the beach. Statues and what looks like the back end of a plane, and part of a ship. And all these tank tracks.
Just in case, you know.
In case anyone tries to take their museum by force.
Don't come here with a tank, not worth it. No parking.
You're not welcome here. Very nice little beach.
It is.
So we're going back to the van and then go to the next thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Warm the van up to 10 for Yes.
It symbolises the blockade from 1944.
It ended in 1944.
It ended in 1944.
Blockade of what?
I'm going to say Leningrad.
Which is?
St. Petersburg.
Okay.
And the road that we've just been coming down, that was the road that they escaped.
No.
No?
No, I didn't escape.
I'm failing this test.
You are failing miserably. Okay. So, for like 860 odd days or something, from like 1941 to 1944, Stalingrad, which was then called Leningrad.
Oh, I thought Stalingrad was different.
No, not Stalingrad, sorry, no, got that completely wrong. St. Petersburg, which was then called Leningrad, was under blockade. It was never invaded, the city has never been invaded. And this monument represents the blockade and the gap within it in which they could get supplies so the city could survive. So, because the idea of a blockade is to starve people out,
Yeah.
cut them off with supplies.
Why would we leave a gap?
But they didn't deliberately leave a gap, they found a gap. And so this is the eternal flame, which I don't think it's been on long enough to be eternal yet. It's only been on since like
2014?
the 9th of May 2014, which was the 70th anniversary of what is only referred to as the Great Victory in World War II,
Yes.
which I'm going to assume is the breaking of the blockade. And luckily everybody buggered off just as we got it. There's an anti-aircraft gun there, which is sweet. Apparently there's some concrete... Oh, these tyre tracks.
Yeah.
Symbolise the start, so they obviously came over the river, over the lake, and then drove down the road to St. Petersburg. you go. So what's the plan?
So now we are going to head back down the road of life and go to, I think the town is called Gachinsky,
Okay.
where we're going to get some LPG, try and find a supermarket so that we can take advantage of Russian prices, and then head over to the Estonian border. We're not going to cross the border tonight, I don't think, so that'll be tomorrow morning. Find somewhere to camp and then do that tomorrow morning. Is there a birdie?
So this is day 40. I was going to say morning, but I'm not sure it is anymore. We're about to cross the border back into Estonia. Dargo is protecting us from vicious birds.
The small but mighty. Where's the birdie duck? Where's it gone? Look at that tail waggle. Where is it? Where'd it go?
So this is where we stayed last night.
And there was a loo there, you know.
Yeah, it's going to be colder than in here.
True.
This is about 7 kilometres away from the border. There's a checkpoint right there. So we've done up the van again because we're pretty sure we're going to get searched this time.
Good to be prepared in anything.
Feeling more confident about it though because we're going back into the EU, of which we're still citizens. Thank you, Boris. The cat is very much eyeing up her. Oh my God, there's 2.
Oh goodness. Where are they?
Yeah, look.
Look, they're up here. Look.
Look.
It's over there. Look, it's over there. Look. There it goes.
So this is literally the last bit of Russia back into the EU. Expensive place.
It's not an expensive place. Just Russians have been lovely.
Russians have been lovely. It's been very cheap. But yeah, we can go. We covered all that.
Yeah.
Okay, onwards to Estonia.
Estonia. That was a relatively painless crossing, to be fair.
Yes, definitely painless. Everybody's fairly helpful.
I mean, it's 1 o'clock now, and we arrived on the Russian end 5 to 12.
Yeah.
So it took us an hour and 5 minutes.
It's an hour, yeah. Then,
to do both sides.
Yeah. But then about 10 of those minutes was them trying to figure out the V5.
Yeah. The V5 seems to confuse a lot of people, understandably.
But it was definitely a much more thorough
check than the other side,
than coming into Russia.
Definitely.
We had a dog, we had to get the cat out, and she was already in her bag.
Yeah, so she was okay with that.
But they're all very friendly. They let the dog on, so could you, especially as Russia's English isn't their first language.
Yeah.
Like, he asked me to come in with him. Can you open these, please?
That was the thing. They didn't actually touch anything,
no,
did they?
They didn't touch anything.
Compared to the Norwegian bloke.
Yeah, he was ripping boxes.
Yeah.
God knows what.
So.
No, they're very polite. Very friendly. I think they wanted to see our passport just to see where we've come from.
Yeah.
We're going to watch the van because it's
the van is horrible.
It's so embarrassing being searched within the state it's in. I'm surprised no one's had us in the headlights.
I know. Well, I cleaned the headlights, didn't I? So.
Russia, sorry.
But still, like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Bye-bye. Have fun.
Bye-bye. So we've been in Estonia for about an hour, maybe, if that.
Like 35 minutes?
35 minutes. So we've got roaming internet back.
Yes. Woo!
Pulled over to get a little bit of lunch.
Yes.
So have a cup of tea, all the rest of it. Through discussion, we realised that the whole time we were in Russia, we didn't realise they were actually another hour ahead. Because obviously Europe's an hour ahead of the UK. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you get to Finland, and they're an hour ahead of notifications.
Mainland Europe.
They're an hour ahead of the rest of Europe. And we got into Russia, thinking we've only crossed one country. Why would the times change? And we didn't. We've been in Russia what?
4 days.
5 days, isn't it?
5 days.
We left on the. We got in on the 1st.
Yeah.
It's now the 5th.
Yeah.
So 4 whole days in the morning, we've been an hour behind everybody else. We thought they hadn't changed any of their clocks. Turns out they've changed all their clocks. They must have thought we were so amazing. Oh, what are they still up and doing washing at this hour? Like 2 in the morning, and we're like, fucking hell, it's 1 in the morning. We were going to bed at 3 every night.
Wow. Yeah.
And we had Wi-Fi, and we just didn't check the time. I suppose because your phone updates when it's on mobile data. Yeah. That's where it's getting it from. But Wi-Fi, it just goes.
We're bad travellers. We really are.
So we know we're on the right time now. Someone else we've got to check whenever we go to a new country.
Yes.
Anyway, let's have a nice cup of tea. So we've been driving through Estonia for about 2 hours now. We've pulled up next to Jugular Waterfall, Jaegerler Waterfall, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's getting dark now, not much point going to look at it today, but what we are going to do is give a clean of the van. So here's the before shot of this thing, which I'm frankly embarrassed to take through checkpoint. Look at it. Ugh. Ugh. Filthy. Filthy, horrible van. Look at it, oh, it's black. I can draw on it. And then I think we're up here now somewhere. There's our route, that's what we've done. So that's the before shot.